Welcome back to Isa's Chaos Kitchen. Today we're gonna be making wild rice and mushroom soup. You need mushrooms and of course wild rice. You can see those different, that's my favorite type of rice, like it's so good. Now for this soup, you also started off with a mirepoix. So we got here, you know, your onions, your carrots, your celery, and then you top it off with cream. And of course you're gonna need water to make the soup, and then we'll add bouillon cubes so it'll be like a stock. But yeah, that's it. So let's get to cooking. Bring these to the side. Oh, you also need butter to start off the mirepoix. Okay, so let's start our mirepoix. So the first determinant of the mirepoix will be your onion, because since it's what least we have, the amount of onion will determine the amount of carrot and celery. So it's like equal parts, you know? So let's see how much onion I have, because this is a small one. You know, I've been wanting to make this soup for a while. And then my local, like, supermarket had shitake. And I'm like, girl, what? They usually don't bring that, but now they brought it, you know? I never know when the mushroom times are. Because I know that, like, in Mexico City, after the rains, so in September is when you get a lot of the, like, morels and stuff. And then in Barcelona, you got the bouillon time, which is also September. It's always after the rain. But then right now, you got a lot of shitake everywhere in Spain. So I don't know if, like, shitake is like a post-winter, like, Christmas rain thing. I don't know. I don't know the mushroom times. I love mushrooms. Well, I find them quite funny. Because, like, my favorite post in the whole of the internet is a Tumblr post about, like, a guy killing a mushroom. I even did, like, a comic regarding it because it's so good. I would love to do a short film that is that post because it's so funny. But I was telling a friend about it, and she's like, she hates mushrooms. She was telling me, like, I like eating mushrooms, but I don't like when they look like mushrooms because I'm freaked out by them. And, you know, at first I was like, haha, but then I was like, you know what? Mushrooms are actually terrifying. And I think about mushrooms a lot because, like, people will be like, when will the alien invasion happen? And it's like, are we sure it hasn't happened yet and the aliens are mushrooms? Because what is happening? They're not vegetables. They're not animals. They're immortal, which is weird. Like, why are they immortal, you know? And also, like, what are they? Because they eat us, right? Like, mushrooms depend on us to eat, but they also feed us. But we know that if we, like, cut off a mushroom head, the bottom part is still connected, and they're huge, and they have, like, the psilocybin, like, you know, thing. Please explain to me why mushrooms are not our alien invaders. And they've already invaded us, and they've created a world where we die and we feed them. It benefits them for us to die, so they'll want overpopulation, right? Or am I crazy? Anyways, whew, this is the amount of onion we have. I got my thing that I never used that I bought for no reason. Let's see how much it is. Whee. Okay, so about this much. So if we grab the big carrot, I always grab the big carrots. I think if we do these three, we're good to go. You know, but I do think that, like, it's a good strategy, because why, like, mount a full-scale invasion where they'll try to attack you? Why not be, like, sigiloso? What would sigiloso be in English? What's sigiloso? Sigiloso a pasa esa lo más especial. What would sigiloso be? Like, covert? I guess it's covert. Mírala, camina, camina. Such a good Shakira song. But honestly, you see Last of Us, and they're like, you know, the guy from The Mummy is like, we should be scared about the mushrooms. And then the mushrooms are the bad guys. And it's like, girl, true, you know, why are we not more scared of the mushrooms? Maybe my friend is right, and we should all be scared of mushrooms because they're terrifying. I mean, I feel like if you start thinking about things too hard, in general, you start freaking out. And mushrooms are so creepy. What the fuck is going on? Is this good? Is this enough? I think I over peeled. Yep, I'm gonna cut that anyway because it's peeled anyways. Like, I think celery. Let's do 3. This celery is super nice. What the fuck? Dutch oven. Into your Dutch oven. Butter, about 1 tablespoon. Boom towel. And mirepoix. 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 Look at the different colors. Woo. Okie dokie, mirepoix is mirepoixing, and my mushroom have been cleaned. So let's start chopping the mushrooms. I got some shiitake, I got some cremini, I got some portobello. I love mushrooms. They're so weird because they're so meaty. Like, God, what is happening here? I love that in Spain, you can go foraging in the mountains. I'm guessing that you can do that in a lot of places, but I live here, so you can rent out like townhouses in the middle of nowhere in the woods. So a lot of people go foraging for mushrooms. And every time you go to a house or if you go skiing, like when you're in the mountains, there's always like handy guide of mushrooms. These ones you can eat. These ones will fucking murder you. Because that's the thing about mushrooms. You can fucking die, dude. That's what's crazy. Like, some can kill you immediately. Some will make you, like, trip balls. Apparently, one of the mushrooms gave us, like, conscience. See, that's what I'm saying. Why don't we consider mushrooms to be our gods? You know, I like the stoned ape theory. I like it as a haha fun. But I hate when people take it too far and start being weird to other humans. But anyways, mushrooms. Right, the stoned ape theory. That's so funny, right? And it kind of makes sense, because it's like, what if we were just monkeys? We accidentally ate some shrooms, and then we were like, what the fuck should I be thinking about things? Mushrooms, because they are much. New conspiracy just dropped. We developed consciousness because some aliens arrived on planet Earth, and we're just like, look, we can feed off of all of the carbon-based species here. All we have to do is feed them. So we give them sustenance in a vegetable form. Let's copy the vegetables, which are like their main source of, you know, sustenance. And then we provide more protein, so they will be fed. And then once they die, we eat them. And all the other mushrooms were like, great plan, let's do that. And then one of them was too smart. And then the monkeys ate them. Boom, developed consciousness. That's such a good conspiracy theory. Like, that's so good. Some gun got fired. Some of the fun guys got fired. The one who accidentally stoned the ape, the shrooms, they did too much. And now they're trying to teach us empathy through DMT. But they're going to guys who watch Joe Rogan, so it's not working. God, now I feel bad for our mushroom overlords. Oh no. Wait. Help. Help us. Help. I'm starting to believe in my own conspiracy theory that I just made up for this fucking video. Like, cause isn't there a mushroom that can like process plastic? I'm telling you, they already did zombies with the ants. I'm onto something here. Let's start a cult. You know, I'm a millennial. You know, I'm not gonna be able to make money off of, you know, working hard like my parents did. But maybe if I start a cult, I'll have the ability to buy a house. Is that how it works? God. Ooh. Something smells burned, so I'm lowering the heat. I don't know why I love shiitake, because it reminds me of, like, you know how when you swear but not for real, like when you're a kid and you swear but not really? You have this in Spanish in Mexico, because like chinga tu madre is like fuck your mom. So chinga is like a bad word. So what you say is chin. Or like verga is a bad word, but you say verdes, which is green. So it's like, or no manches instead of no mames. And it's so funny because it's like, people know that you're wanting to swear, but you're not swearing, but you are, but you're not. It's so stupid. But that's why I love, like, oh, holy shiitake mushrooms. I'm gonna start throwing this into the pot because I'm running out of space in the tiny kitchen. It is satisfying to crack the mushrooms, though. Now come the portobellos that are so tiny that they're hard to, like, mushrooms. I do like mushrooms. Now, the cool thing about mushrooms is that they release a lot of water, so they become tiny. So you just need to let them cook. Now, to help them release water, you add salt. But let me cut these up first. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what's crazy? The reason that I wanted to do this recipe is because I sometimes have insomnia. So there's this podcast called Nothing Much Happens, which is like it's like a story time thing, but it's like nothing much happens. So it's like, I went to the supermarket today, and it's just a lady with like a soothing voice telling you about like a dumb story, so that kind of lulls you to sleep. But sometimes what happens is that I like wake up like in the middle of the night. I'll just sleep like for an hour and a half and then wake up and whatever. So it's like you wake up and only hear parts of the Nothing Much Happens podcast. And the other day I put one where the lady was talking about making mushroom and wild rice soup. And I don't know if I accidentally like convinced my subconscious into making this. But then I was like, damn, I really want to make some mushroom and wild rice soup because of the podcast that I accidentally like listened to, and it kind of like bled into my subconscious. So I think I inceptioned myself accidentally because of my insomnia, which is weird, but maybe that's what the mushrooms want. Oh my god, we gotta crack this. But yeah, I've been thinking about making wild rice and mushroom soup, and then, as I said, my local supermarket had shiitakes, and I was like, we're in business, baby. Oh yay, I'm almost done. Oh no, that was my thingy. Woo! So, to help the mushrooms release the water, add a whole bunch of salt. Although this is also a lot of vegetables, so it should be salty, but I think I'm good here. Okie dokie, artichoke. With all that salt. Yes, queen. So now that the mushrooms have reduced, add about 2 garlics in there. Into that, add 1 cup of wild rice. You know what? I'm gonna add a half a cup more. Now do this and mix it well. Let's add in some rosemary, and let's add in about 4 cups of water. Let's add about 2 more cups of water, and then bring the heat up and let that cook. I'll also let's add like 3 bouillon cubes. So 3 bouillon cubes, and let that cook. You hear that? Our rice is ready. So get your soup. So I added 2 more bouillon cubes just because I felt like it was maybe missing some salt. So your soup is good and chunky. Your rice is ready. Now add 1 cup of cream. Heavy cream. Heavy California. Woo. Okay. So mix this. Ooh. You know, I've always dreamed about being a chef on a ship. Have you seen the giant pots? I would like to have a giant pot. I think the biggest one I've ever done, well, beer, because you have to do like 20 liters more, 50 liters. One time I did 3 cups of risotto, and that ended up being a lot. Okay, so soup. Chunky. It's chunky. It's ricey. It's mushroomy. Ooh, creamy. Soup. Now, let's grab some fresh parsley. I feel like when Trixie does the Swedish accent. Hello. Let's try it. Wild mushroom and rice. Oh, hot. Oh my god. I think I did too much mushroom, but I love mushrooms, so I don't care. Oh my god, this is so good, dude. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, what the fuck? Oh my god. Because the wild rice goes so well with all the like chunkiness of the mushrooms and the rosemary. Hello. And the creaminess. Oh, hello. I'm obsessed. I'm so thankful that I inceptioned myself into eating this. Thank you to the Nothing Much Happens podcast for subconsciously making me want this for like a couple of days. And every time I went to the supermarket, I was like, mushroom. Yum, 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 yum. Our mushroom overlords, thank you for being so tasty. God, I love wild rice. It's so good for no reason. Arroz. Ooh, so chunky and mushroomy. I love mushroom. It's so good. Make it. Oh, we love soups. At Isa's Chaos Kitchen. Anyway, have a nice day.